This is the Voices of Misery podcast. This show isn't for the easily offended, so PC police on patrol stand by. You've been warned. Now let's join the nerd and nerdette with another podcast for that ass.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's another episode of the Voices of Misery podcast, and this is the third episode this week. Aren't you a little overworked, a little tired of talking so much?
Apparently not, because you wanted to do another episode, so...
I did. I really wanted to do this one this week, and, I wanted to put out some more content this week, and I'm, of course, one half of the dynamic duo of the nerds. I'm the nerd, and you are...
Nerdette.
Thank you for saying that so nicely and succinctly and quickly. Because the thing is I wanted to put on another episode because, we have this thing right now where we don't know what the hell's going on in our lives because I got an postal mail from the unemployment office, and what they said was I was declined, even though we talked to a nice lady who said that we're going to get it by Monday. So we don't know what the hell's going on right now. So we're all fucked up, and we just don't know what the hell's going on right now in life, and it sucks. So I'm pretty sure everyone else in America is going on with the same kind of bullshit, but, I don't want to make this all about us. So I do want to get in some topics and things like that, but I do want to ask you this question.
Don't ask how my week was. You just asked me yesterday, and literally nothing's changed since yesterday. So that piece of mail was...
How has your day been?
All right, I guess.
Well, it kind of sucks, man. I mean, there's a lot of shit going on, and... man, this whole fucking thing sucks. The fact that 37 million Americans are out of work right now because of this fucking pandemic that is a political ploy. And there's a lot of shit that we can get into, and we are going to get into them eventually, but it really does suck, man, that we're fucking caught in the crosshairs of this fucking political agenda against Donald Trump. If Trump wasn't the president, we wouldn't be dealing with this shit, and I do have a list of pandemics, as a matter of fact, that didn't cause the world to shut down. Why did it shut down now? Because the economy was doing great.
Did it ever shut down?
Never. And I'm going to give you a couple examples, okay? So H1N1, the swine flu. This was 2009, right? Mm-hmm. This son of a bitch killed 18,449 people globally with confirmed cases in 214 countries.
Yeah, but that's only 18,000.
Yeah, but the CDC, however, estimates the global death toll to be at more than 284,000, about 15 times the number of laboratory-confirmed cases. So that's just one instance where the economy didn't shut down, right? SARS, 2002. This one right here was a viral respiratory illness. Sounds like it was a coronavirus, right? It sounds just like it. Belonging to the same family of coronavirus illnesses as a virus responsible for the virus-present infection outbreak in China, it eventually led to 774 deaths in 26 countries and affected over 8,000 people. I mean, very small numbers there.
Yeah, those aren't pandemics, though, then.
But you gotta also question the numbers of Corona-19 because people are getting paid a lot more money to say that people have it, even though they may not have died because of it.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. That's just...
what about H3N2?
What the fuck was that?
This was 1968, before both of us were born.
Okay.
This pandemic in 1968 was triggered by the spread of type A influenza named H3N2. The first case of the infection was noted in the United States in September 1968. The rapidly spreading virus claimed more than 18 lakh, whatever the hell that means, lives, with over 1 lakh victim in the United States alone, as per CDC records. H2N2. This was 57 to 58, the predecessor of the 1968 pandemic. A new strain of influenza named H2N2 surfaced in East Asia in February 1957. They killed about 1.16 thousand people in the United States. The Spanish flu of 1918, because I'm going to kind of speed through this because there's so many to talk about.
That's the one I'm curious about.
Yeah, the Spanish flu is 1918, also due to H1N1, is the deadliest pandemic in recent history. In the spring of 1918, towards the end of World War I, it was detected in U.S. military personnel. It was estimated that the virus infected more than 50 core military, or 1/3 of the entire population alive at that time. At least 5 core deaths were attributed to the infection worldwide, with children younger than 5 and elders older than 60 being the most affected. A unique feature of the pandemic was that high mortality rate was observed among healthy people, as well as those between the age of 20 to 40. So, I don't know, like, the way that I copied and pasted this article, it doesn't seem like they wrote it correctly. It doesn't seem like they wrote it. But a lot of people died because of the Spanish flu. Way more than the COVID-19 bullshit that they're trying to spread this fear around people. And, I don't know, man. Like, I know we're starting off hot today. And I did want to do this podcast because I'm sitting here bored. I'm playing video games I don't want to play. I've beaten 1,000,000 times over in this fucking, stay at home, you have to stay at home bullshit. But still, man, like, I don't know, like, I feel like we are overreacting. Don't you think so, a little bit?
Well, I've said that. I've said that since day one.
Yeah, it's just been a really horrible fucking time, and being declined for unemployment, I don't know what the hell's going to happen next. I don't know if that mail was a formality, or if, like, things that woman said is going to happen are going to actually happen. I don't know. But I do have a job lined up, so that's good news at least. But
yeah, in a week, right? Not next week, the week after?
Yeah, it'll be the beginning of next month. So,
yeah.
I mean, we'll see what the fuck is going to happen. But I am so sick and fucking tired of living in this world of uncertainty and fear, where people are just afraid to fucking do anything. We were talking about this on yesterday's podcast, where we were at the fucking dollar store. And that woman kept looking at us, like, with fucking fear in her eyes. Like, dude, my fucking kid, who's 8 years old, or like 10 years old, is not going to give you this virus. Because, if you're one of those people that lives in fear, that means you obviously listen to the media. You obviously read the news and all that other bullshit. Kids don't spread the virus, right?
Oh, see, I thought they did. I thought that's why they shut down schools.
I mean, there's so many different things. You don't know what to believe anymore. You don't know what to believe.
Open the shit up, because I don't know. I don't know who to believe.
Because the fucking CDC even said that you can't contract the virus by touching anything.
Right.
So it's like, what the fuck are we wearing gloves for? Why are we spraying everything down with fucking Lysol and shit? Are they slowly trying to say, hey, we fucked up? Or are they just not knowing what's going on here? It just doesn't make any sense. This whole thing is a fucking wreck, man. This is a fucking train wreck.
Hopefully they keep disinfecting things the way they are, though. Like, I'd rather go into a restaurant cleaner.
Of course. I mean, like, that's just what you expect. I mean,
when I go to do you really think that they were doing it before?
I don't think so.
Not as heavily as they're doing it now.
Well, it depends what quality of restaurant you're going to, but if I go to like a Wendy's or a McDonald's or some shit, and I'm going to get a cheeseburger with no bun, I'm not expecting top level.
Yeah.
But I do expect the napkins to be taken off the table, maybe wipe it down real quick. Mm-hmm. If someone spilled ketchup or some shit on the table, like, that's what I expect. I don't expect some fucking, that table sanitized. Like, you don't have to tell me everything's sanitized. Whenever we go to Walmart, these carts are sanitized. Well, all right, thanks. I mean, like, I don't need to hear that every time I go to a store. And I don't want this to be the new normal. But it is. We are alive in the worst fucking period of American history that has ever been fucking documented. Ever. We have cool shit. Sure, we have cars, we've got fucking internet, we've got other shit, we got video games and sports and all this other crap, but they shut it all down. And they have full control over what the fuck we're doing right now. And it's so goddamn fucking annoying that they can just tell us when to stop doing and living our lives and when we can and cannot have our livelihood back. It's bullshit. And they're putting a stop to this fucking big-ass stimulus check that's supposed to be coming our way, our second one, right? Mm-hmm. And the reason is because the Democrats are trying to sneak in their sneaky shit.
Right.
They're trying to sneak in like these
little
things.
I don't blame them for stopping it.
Yeah,
They shouldn't
me
be
neither.
passing it. It's the most ridiculous thing.
Make it about the people.
Yeah.
It's all political. And that just proves to these fucking morons out there that don't think that this is a political ploy, this whole coronavirus thing. It's political. It's purely political. It's all political, 100%. Because the Democrats out there that claim they're about the people, the little man, the people that can't work right now, and we have to keep you home and safe. We're trying to give you money, but the Republicans won't let it pass.
Yeah, because they're putting ridiculous
because
shit
you're
in there.
putting dumb shit in there, man. Like, who wants to give money to fucking immigrants? Illegal immigrants that came here from a different country. Undocumented people. Why should they get thousands of dollars? Seriously, it just doesn't make any sense. This whole thing is a fucking train wreck, and these fucking asshole Democrat motherfuckers aren't fooling anybody. And Trump is going to trounce anybody who goes against him in 2020. It's not going to be Biden. Biden's a fucking stuttering idiot, and we're going to get into him in a little bit, but because I got some really good shit on Joe Biden, man. There's some really funny stories that recently passed about him, but still, man, I don't know. Like, what do you think about this?
I'm over it. I agree with everything you're saying. I'm over talking about it. I'm over dealing with it, and I wish they would just fully open everything up. By that, I mean, like, you're still not working. Your store is still shut down. Like, we're open down here, but your store is not, like, your company is not open enough. Like, just hurry up already, because this is ridiculous. Like, if you're not, no stimulus check is coming, and you're getting denied from unemployment. How are we supposed to pay mortgage next month?
Exactly.
Like, that you can't expect people to
getting denied from unemployment because the government won't let me fucking work.
Yeah.
This is so fucking infuriating. It's the worst piece of shit country that I've ever fucking even thought of. Like, this is America. Mm-hmm. They won't let you work. They won't let you speak your mind. You can't do shit. But they won't fucking compensate you for fucking not being able to do your thing. Whatever the fuck you're doing, they won't let you do it. Over a fucking virus that's not even deadly. Seriously, this virus has a fucking 6% chance of killing people that get infected. 6%. Check the fucking numbers, you fucking assholes that are out there fact-checking us. Seriously, it's a 6% or some shit like that. It's like a 6.7, 6.8, whatever. It's a less than 7% chance of killing people that get infected with it. Mm-hmm. But yet they shut down the whole fucking world, and now people are fucking suffering around the fucking globe because you can't work. You can't earn a living. You can't do a goddamn thing to support your family. And now they're fighting because, hey, should we give these people money that we're not letting work, that can't pay their bills, that can't do this, that can't do that? Are we going to just sit there and just fight for weeks on end? Should we allow them?
Pay their bills.
Yeah, should we allow them a stipend? Can you imagine if we kept their dogs in cages, right, for like a week, and had to have a verbal discussion if we can give them food?
Yeah.
You know, it's the same thing. So our dogs can go out there and probably find food on their own if we let them out their cages and let them just roam the streets, right? They can probably find food on their own. But we keep them in their cage because, like, they're cage-trained dogs.
Right.
And we feed them when we want to feed them. Like, they have set times and they're used to it, and they're very good dogs, and we take great care of them. They're very healthy dogs. But if we were assholes, and just imagine how America is, where you can sit there and say, hey, we will give you what we deem you worthy of receiving, but we will not let you take care of your own future and do your own thing. So you can't work, and we will let you know when we will give you money to sustain your lifestyle. And it's not going to be the money that you're accustomed to, because some people make way more than $1,200, but they give you $1,200. So people that were making like 3 times as much weren't getting that much money, and they're not allowed to work. So it's like, what the fuck are we? What kind of world are we living in right now? This is like bizarro world. This is some shit that you would never imagine America being. This country fucking sucks. Now we're kind of reopening a little bit, right?
Right.
Kind of. And the states that are reopening are really having a great time right now. Like Georgia, Florida, Nebraska. They're having a really good time.
Aren't there more?
Yeah,
there's every place open?
There's a few more, but like those are the main ones that don't have the death tolls and numbers are declining and all that kind of shit, right? But you don't see those stories in mainstream media because they don't want to report that shit. Because it doesn't matter. if you're having a good time, they don't want to talk about that. They only want to talk about death. I checked Yahoo today, and I fucking hate Yahoo. But Yahoo News was all death, the whole way down.
That's all it ever is, though.
That's all it is. Death. Don't reopen. I wonder if all these mainstream media outlets, all these reporters, all these assholes in the Republican, Democratic Party have their own chat rooms that they talk about. Like, okay, so this is good stuff. We can't talk. We all have to talk about this. Do they have like a big ass like text chat or something like that where they have to talk about things? Because it feels like they all parrot the same shit. It really does.
I just think it's whatever site. They all work for the same place.
It just doesn't make any sense. Are they all on the same agenda? Like,
I don't know.
Why
I
does
stopped
the
looking
left...
at Yahoo because it's the most ridiculous stories I've ever heard of.
But like CNN, the left, like, why do they always only talk about the horrible shit that's happening? Like, do they have a disclaimer in their contracts they can't talk about the good that's happening right now with people coming out of this COVID-19? Like, people that came out. A 101-year-old woman had COVID-19 and recovered from it.
Is that the one that recovered from the Spanish flu, too?
Yeah, she came out of both of them.
Yeah.
Why don't they talk about that?
I don't know. Well, I heard about it. Someone was talking about it.
That's all they say. Old people are going to die. You're all going to die. If you touch something someone else has touched, you're going to die. Wear gloves. Wear masks. We can't live like this. I went to the store this morning, our local supermarket, right? And when I was pulling up to the store, I parked in my normal parking spot, and I looked around, and everyone had a mask on. So I'm like, fuck it. Let me just put this mask on. So I put the mask on, and I'm going shopping, walking up and down the aisles. And when I got what I wanted to grab, I went to the grocery self-checkout line or whatever the fuck it is. And I'm sitting there, and I'm like, man, I can't fucking breathe. You just can't breathe with these things on. Yeah. It's rather uncomfortable, and it sucks. The guy came over, and he had to like do the ID thing or whatever the fuck he did, and he of course he had a mask on, and I couldn't understand what the fuck he was saying because he sounded like an asshole. Because you can't understand what people are saying when they're speaking through a fucking face mask, a thick ass face mask. You can't understand their words. So he does this thing, and I'm like, all right, whatever. I took my face mask off, and I put it in my pocket, and I paid for my shit, and I just left the store. And people were looking at me, and I didn't give a fuck. I am just over this whole fucking face mask thing. You can't tell people how to fucking walk out their fucking doors, go into stores, and do their thing, man. This whole fucking pandemic is fake as it is. When are we going to get over this shit? Do you think we're ever going to get out of the face mask bullshit phase that they're pushing us through now?
Probably next year.
You think so?
It'll probably be next year.
Do you think when they announce a
maybe
new president
a little bit
or when
more.
Donald Trump gets reelected?
No, I don't see it that much down here to begin with.
Yeah, you don't see it much down here.
I see a few random people once in a while. Like every time we leave the house, we do see a few people. It's not everybody.
Well, the store that I went to, there's a lot of old people that go there, man.
But maybe during the summer, maybe people will sort of stop because it's going to be hot to have that on your face, and especially the heat down here. I can't even imagine.
It's so hard to breathe.
I would think people would be breaking out and shit with the freaking mask on their face all summer.
Well, you got to imagine. The South Carolina heat is hard enough to breathe in by itself. With a face mask on? Fuck you, man. We're not going to wear a fucking face mask all year long. Fuck you people, man.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm waiting. I'm waiting for it. But like down here, it's not that bad.
It doesn't stop shit. The face mask is proven to not stop the coronavirus. It's supposed to stop your germs from getting on other. But still, like, how many other things can you pass through germs? Yeah. It's not just the coronavirus. These fucking morons are neglecting everything else that can possibly harm another human being. Why are we self-fucking depreciating all these other fucking viruses and we're wrapping ourselves up in these fucking big-ass bubble wraps where we can't touch each other? We can't do anything anymore. It's so fucking annoying. And it's all politically based. Anyway, there's a Missouri-based grocery chain. They're finding creative ways to use its closed-down salad bars, with stores using them as beer and liquor bars, cereal bars, and even an energy bar.
What?
So, yeah, this is called Deersburg's Market, and a shout-out to people in Missouri. This is Chesterfield. said its stores closed all salad bars due to COVID-19 concerns in March. And the bar sat bare until Rick Rodemaker, store director of the location in Manchester, Missouri, decided to stock the one at his store with other items. So yeah, the salad bar has beer, liquor, and cereal bars.
So he's just putting like beer bottles in there?
Pretty much, yeah.
Well, that's weird.
So I guess like that's essential nowadays. That's kind of cool.
Well, it doesn't mean it's cool. But,
nothing makes sense. Nothing makes sense anymore.
But I mean, cereal too. I can't imagine walking up to a salad bar and having all those different options. And
seriously,
I mean, good for him for using it for something, because otherwise it's just an eyesore. It's just going to sit there.
I've refused to live my life losing all my freedoms as an American citizen. When we lived a certain way before, and now we have to live a different way. I refuse to fucking give up all my rights.
So you think the salad bar should still be there?
Sure.
See, I had a problem with the salad bar to begin with.
We never purchased from there because we knew that people would pick their noses and put their hands in there and sample shit. We just didn't buy from there. Use your common fucking sense.
Buy something out of it now because he's got like actual products in there. That's something different.
But
than
like
a salad
beer,
bar.
like seriously, man, like what the fuck is that essential? It's not.
Well, he didn't. I don't think. Did he say that's essential?
Well, there's beer, there's fucking energy drinks, salad bars, and cereal bars, and energy shit. There's all sorts of stuff in there. They just fucking just load it up.
I think he was just filling it up with anything. And, like, people are going to be buying the alcohol.
Of course they are.
Liquor stores are still open. So,
yeah.
I mean...
It's I don't know. It's this whole fucking thing. It's just... I am at my wit's end, people. If you people listening can't tell by the tone of my voice and the way that I'm talking right now, I am fucking at my wit's end with this bullshit. I really want to move out of this fucking country. Seriously, like, I am done with America.
Dude, you're
I
crazy.
am fucking done.
I know, but, man...
I'm fucking done, man. Like, we lost our fucking balls.
You keep saying that. Like, I would never leave this country, ever.
We lost our fucking balls.
So, yeah, but, I mean, whatever. It'll be over in November.
I'm fucking done. Of course, because they want their guy in there.
It probably won't be done in November if Trump wins.
Yeah, well, so. Trump will win again, and we're going to deal with worse shit.
Yeah.
Because they're going to be like, well, what can we do now? What can we do now? How can we get rid of them? How can we get rid of them? They're fucking assholes, man. These fucking Democrats are fucking pieces of shit. The blight of fucking society. They are the worst thing that's ever happened to this fucking country is the Socialist fucking Party. They're ruining everything. Everything. People lose their livelihood. 36 million Americans are without jobs because these fucking people won't let this fucking election go from 4 years ago. They're pieces of shit. Fuck them, man. I don't know. Oh my god, it really just gets under my fucking skin, but there's a California man out there who's doing some really good stuff. You want to hear about him?
If it's good, yeah.
He is seeking money for an animal shelter by holding a wedding ceremony to marry his own cat. His name is Scott Perry. He said his adopted cat Olivia from Los Angeles' best friend's animal sanctuary in 2015, and she has since become his constant companion. Perry said the past 2 months of COVID-19 quarantine inspired him to plan a wedding to his pet, complete with a Zola page, whatever the fuck that is, and a registry that's actually just a fundraiser for the best friend's animal sanctuary. Perry said the wedding will be live streamed Saturday on his Instagram page, and he's hoping to raise $5,000 for the shelter. So yeah, how much did you love your old cat?
Yeah, but is this a nice way because it's his pet, or it's like some weird? He doing some weird stuff?
I sure hope not. He's going to marry his own cat to raise money.
I'm all for it if it's to raise money, but nothing else, nothing weird is happening.
I sure hope not.
I thought you were going to say, like, it was marrying the neighbor's cat or something stupid, like, all cute. But to marry oh, God. I don't know. Good for him for raising the money, but, like, what does this marriage thing mean?
Your own cat? I mean, like, is this, like, a law thing?
Has he lost his mind? Or is this just
a
nice thing to do?
Can he marry a woman afterwards? I don't know. It's just really some fucked up shit. But I have to ask you, like, you loved your cat, Periwinkle.
Yeah.
What is the length that you would have taken?
Oh, no one would take her from me.
Mm-hmm.
I'd kill someone first. Like, that's just, no.
Would you marry your own cat?
No, marry animals. Like, what is that? He couldn't come up with another fundraiser type thing. Well, I guess
Weird
not.
shit.
Maybe, right? Because you can't. It's not like you.
I guess not.
You can put up a lemonade stand. I don't know. I think this could be a good story. I just want to know that nothing weird is going on. Like, this is not some, like...
He's not fucking the cat.
Bestiality or something.
He's not fucking the cat, yeah.
If this was just a nice thing to do for the shelter or whatever, I'm all for that.
Do you think people are out there fucking their animals? People in self-quarantine with a pet? Do you think people are fucking their own animals?
I don't
Do you
know.
think so?
People are fucking weird. Those people were already out there, and now you have them
just
locked up in a house.
You unlocked this shit. You unlocked all the craziness in America.
I mean, I've read stories where... people marry ghost pirates.
Yeah.
So
we talked about
this. I just want to make sure that the cat is okay. Is the cat okay?
This podcast may relocate to another country. Seriously, I'm fucking over America, dude.
Well,
like
you can go, and we'll sit here. And we'll Skype you in.
Fine, that will be fine. We have no balls anymore. We have no fucking balls anymore. This country fucking sucks. Anyway, you know what else sucks? People. Because the fact that this woman, a very beautiful supermodel, can't get a haircut without people bitching. And this is where I am at my wit's end.
Is that the one where she shaved her head?
No, this is Heidi Klum. Okay, so people are having to forego their own hair cutting and coloring, but the same cannot be said for Heidi Klum. On Tuesday, the German supermodel, incredibly gorgeous supermodel, took to Instagram to reveal her social distancing hack to ensure her famous blonde locks stay looking camera ready. So she shared a photo of herself sitting on a patio wearing a lacy black bra and underwear while wearing fishnet stockings and high heels. She's 46 years old. She posed while wearing a leopard printed face mask as her hairstylist, Lorenzo Martin, intended to her tresses. I guess that's a fancy word for hair. Using an umbrella and a makeshift shield. So basically, the person cutting her hair had an umbrella over their body as a shield. To me,
it looked like he was in like one of those blow-up suits.
Yeah.
You know, that people...
Yeah. He had a mask, she had a mask, he had an umbrella covering his whole body, which is ridiculous in its own right. Mm-hmm. And she got her hair colored, and she posted on Instagram or whatever the fuck websites people are looking at nowadays, and people were pissed. Because she got her hair colored. It's like, dude, get the fuck over yourself. Is this the new normal? Is this... People are getting mad because people are getting their fucking hair cut? Is this where we're going? Is this where we live now? Seriously, like, what the fuck happened?
See, I don't have a problem with it because if he didn't want to do it...
Yeah.
Was this a guy or...
This was a guy. His name was Lorenzo or some shit. Yeah, Lorenzo Martin.
If he didn't want to do it, he wouldn't have gone.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, I mean, I don't have a problem with that. Although, like, why? I understand she's a model, but why the fuck was she dressed that, like...
Well, she was
to
dressed
make it more
up,
interesting.
She was dressed up all sexy and shit.
That to me is more weird than her getting her hair done.
She was just dressed up all sexy, and you know, like that's fine because like that's her business is being sexy. Obviously, like that's how she makes her money, is just being a hot supermodel. But the fact that people were pissed off that she got her hair colored and cut. Is this the world we fucking live in now? Seriously, like, is this how we're going to live the rest of our lives? People fucking judging each other because, like, hey, you're doing normal shit.
Man, where have you been? People have been judging each other since the dawn of time.
I don't know. It's just so annoying.
This is always going on. Always. People judge each other when they're growing up in school, and then social media came, and now you see it even more online. Like, this is always going on.
Well, people always judge each other.
People always have something to say. Like, this does not shock me at all.
But this is normal shit. Like, this is people getting their hair cut.
Yeah. Well,
and normally I'm against celebrities, you know, kind of parading their whole, like, hey, I'm famous.
Exactly.
I'm getting this
You're
done.
against every single celebrity in a fucking bikini, but this one.
But now I am putting my foot down. I'm sick of this shit. She got her hair cut. I know you shouldn't be flaunting it because, like, hey, you got the money to have someone personally come to your house, but the fact that this person had to wear a fucking umbrella as a shield, they had a mask on, she had a mask on, can we just get the fuck past this shit and just say, hey, this coronavirus thing isn't really a thing? Can we have someone out there in some sort of high power position, maybe the president, to say, hey, this thing was a fucking farce. We're done. Get back to normal. Because it is a farce. People aren't dying of corona. They're dying because of other pre-existing conditions mixed with this virus. That's what's happening. Normally healthy people aren't dying because of this fucking virus. It's the fucking other shit. Like, oh, you have asthma. Oh, you're near death. And you just happen to contract coronavirus. So we're going to chalk this up as a coronavirus death. It's bullshit, man. I'm so fucking over this fucking thing. I'm seriously pissed off.
I know. You're going to have to put a disclaimer on there. This is a very loud episode.
I'm fucking angry, man.
F-bombs like every 2 seconds.
This whole thing is just fucking obnoxious. But you know who else is obnoxious? My favorite person, my favorite punching bag, Joe Biden.
Oh, okay.
Can we talk about this?
Yeah, I was waiting because, something came out last night and then something else came out this morning.
Well,
so unless it wasn't the same thing, right? It was two different things.
Well, one of our listeners, Bobby Wheeler, sent me a video of Joe Biden, basically saying that he wouldn't vote for Joe Biden and that he would beat Joe Biden. And it's Joe Biden saying this shit. Yeah. He just has no idea where the fuck he is anymore. But he was on a show, and this is fun shit. He emphatically defended his ties to the African American community, telling a popular black radio personality, Charlemagne the God is the guy's name. I don't know where the fuck that name comes from, but it's just I guess that's his name. That he ain't black. If he was still weighing whether to support Biden or President Trump in November's presidential election. So the remarks from Democratic presidential nominee came during an, at times, contentious interview on The Breakfast Club, that's the name of the show, that aired Friday morning, during which co-host Charlemagne the God challenged Biden over his decades-long record on racial issues and current contemplation of black female running mates, because apparently he has to have a black female running mate. Like, that's what they're saying. Like, he has to have one of that group of people. And Joe Biden says, I'm not acknowledging anybody who is being considered, but I guarantee you there are multiple black women being considered. Multiple. It was then said that an aide of the Biden campaign could be heard interjecting into the conversation, attempting to cut short the interview. Thank you so much. That's really our time. I apologize, the aide said. So basically, the aide was like, yeah, Joe is just going off the fucking cuff. We got to shut him the fuck up and get him out of here. So how many...
Why is he running again? Because I don't understand why he's running.
It's got to be the Obama connection, because people loved Obama.
Right. But I don't care. If this guy can't put a sentence together and he can't even have an interview, well, I don't understand. I don't understand how he made it this far. I don't understand I'm so confused. I am so fucking confused that how he's got so many people backing him.
It's insane. It's absolutely insane.
This boggles my mind. Like, there were a record number of people. Record number of people running for the Democratic Party, right?
Tons of people, yeah.
Why the fuck why are we stuck with him? Why is he the one left standing? Someone needs to fucking explain it to me. This is what I'm getting upset about.
Well, why is Bernie not running? At least he can form a sentence.
You can't have Trump and then some guy that can't even say his own name. He doesn't know who he is.
Yes, no. He thinks he's going against himself. And then he's
telling a black person, "You're not black unless you vote for me." That doesn't even make sense. What are you talking about? Like, it doesn't... Dude, what are you doing?
His fucking aide had to jump in.
I don't understand how this is what we're left with. We have these two choices. You don't want Trump in there. Yeah. Okay, I see that.
I am voting for Trump 100%.
But listen, people have their views, and I get that. You're not a Republican. You don't like Trump. Trump is a moron. I'm not going to say he's the smartest fucking person.
He's an asshole. Not. He's an asshole.
But this is what you... This is the best you got?
This is it. This is it.
To go up against Trump. Why? Someone needs to... Please, I need like a list of reasons why. This is what we've got.
This fucking fossil.
And you think this guy is going to beat Trump? That's your best bet to get Trump out of there? I just don't understand.
Did you see the fat shaming that Nancy Pelosi did against Donald Trump, where she said that he was morbidly obese?
Yeah, I did see that.
But then again, imagine if Trump said...
Who the hell is she?
Yeah, she's just a dumb bitch.
She's another one who can't form a goddamn sentence.
Ladies out there that listen to this show, because we have a huge female audience, shut your ears off for like 2 seconds, because I'm going to call someone the C word.
Oh, God.
Nancy Pelosi is a cunt.
Here we go.
And the thing about her is she can call Trump morbidly obese, but if Trump said that about Stacey Abrams, who was a black woman who was very large, very fucking large, like a big fat bitch, if he called her morbidly obese, what would happen?
He would be shamed for that.
Shamed. But Nancy Pelosi, there's no coverage of this. Like, why does no one care that she's calling him morbidly obese and fat shaming him? And I don't care about the whole shaming thing because we're all in control of our own bodies and we can change our shape and form if we choose to do a healthier lifestyle. But the whole thing about this whole thing is like, why can some people say things and some people can't, and the media will only cover certain things? This is where my eyes get opened. As a person who was always on the left my entire life. Mm-hmm. I was always on the left. I always cared about the left, and I cared about the Democratic Party, and I voted for people on the left all my life. But then you see things like this, and it's like, all right, so why is that not getting covered? Why is this not getting covered? But why is that getting covered? It just doesn't make any sense. And they just let Michael Flynn out, who was like the big bad guy.
Yeah.
They let him out because of the coronavirus. And Lori Loughlin just pled guilty, and we talked about this yesterday.
Yeah, she ain't going to spend any time in there.
They already said she's going to do at-home arrest.
Oh, they said that today?
Yeah, they said it today.
I knew it. I knew that was going to happen.
So they basically planned this out. Yeah, she got off easy. Her husband's going to serve 5 months. That's probably
what the two of them were talking about. Yeah. Like, look, we got to say guilty right now.
Of course. This is
we
have
our chance.
Yeah. And the lawyers probably work this thing out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that pisses me off. Mm-hmm. I'm sorry, that aggravates me because you aren't any better than anyone else. Like I said yesterday's episode, nobody. I still want to know what the hell everyone else got because I don't think that's fair. Mm-hmm. I wish I was a way to. Can you look that up?
What?
Or because they're not celebrities, we don't know.
No, probably we'll never find out the truth. Even though we know it, we'll never get it legible for us to read this thing. I mean, it's bullshit. The whole thing fucking sucks. But Joe Biden's people came out and they said that the reason why he said what he said, and this is a woman named Simone Sanders, she's a senior advisor to Joe Biden. She wrote on Twitter after he said that segment with the Breakfast Club guys. She said Joe Biden on the Breakfast Club on Friday morning that he was basically trying to reach out to the black community and he didn't mean what he said the way he said it. And that's all she said. But Joe Biden basically came out and said, if you're not voting for me, you're not black enough. I think it's great. I think it's hilarious.
He flat out said to a black guy, you're not black unless you vote for me. That doesn't even make sense.
Yeah.
What are you saying, dude? Like,
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Whatever.
But
I'm just...
The whole thing about the Democratic Party is, like, they do rely on the minority parties.
No, I know that.
They love the minorities. They love them.
And that's fine. I don't have a problem with that. But this dude, he says some things that... I mean, I would find that offensive. Don't you find that would be offensive?
Oh, I think it's horrifically offensive.
What the fuck are you talking about? Like, why? Like, no. Like,
so it's like, so why do you want my vote? Because I am a minority. I'm a Hispanic male, and I am a minority. And growing up, my entire life, I was told to vote for the Democrats because Republicans are racist. And I always grew up that way until I finally, educated myself and I found out what the hell is going on and I found out what the hell's right and wrong. And now I'm like, what the fuck was I voting for this whole time? These people that want to suppress the minorities because they want you under their thumb. They want control over you. They want to give you money and tell you what to do with your money and who to vote for. That's what they want. But anyway.
I can't wait for this election to be over with.
Yeah, because then the coronavirus will magically disappear. And that's exactly what's going to happen. So there was a virtual meeting on Thursday that turned deadly when a man allegedly stabbed his own father to death on a Zoom chat. This is according to the Suffolk Police Department. Yeah. Guy's name is Dwight Powers. He was on a Zoom video chat with about 20 people when he was stabbed by his own son, Thomas Scully Powers, just after 12 p.m. Thursday in Long Island, New York. Several people that were in the chat called 911, of course. I mean, they're going to call 911 if you see someone stabbing this guy to death who's hosting a chat. Scully Powers, 32, was fled and was apprehended at Ketchum Avenue and Cedar Street at 12:57 p.m., authorities said. He was charged with second-degree murder, was transported to a local hospital for minor injuries he sustained while jumping out of a window, police said. Those in the video chat noticed Dwight Powers fall and then saw another person on the screen. According to ABC New York station WABC, that we used to watch that. Bed sheets were being ripped off the bed by a gentleman who appeared to be naked as well as bald, and he had a tattoo on his left arm. And then he placed the bed sheets on the floor as if he were covering something up, said a witness to the incident who did not want to be identified, WABC reported.
This is what's happening, man. People need to be let out of their cages. They just need to be let out of the house. This is, that's horrific. And so he died, obviously, because it was murder.
Yeah, he's dead.
That's horrible.
The dad is dead.
That's fucking horrible. What was the reasoning behind that? Was this guy drunk? What happened? That's his dad. I can't even imagine. No matter how pissed off I get at my dad, I just don't talk. I need a breather. Leave me alone for a little bit, and then, I'll come around. I'm not going to go there and stab you because I'm pissed off.
Really ridiculous.
What the hell happened? What
the whole thing's ridiculous, man. The whole thing's ridiculous. And, it just really makes me laugh a little bit, kind of, because, they are locking us down, putting us in our homes, in our fucking cells, our cages, that we can't afford to pay for because we can't work to afford the cages that we're put in, right?
Right.
And they're fighting over whether they should allow us another allotment of money because they force us out of work and force us on unemployment and blah, 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 blah. And then you see stories like this happening, like a father killing his son,
or son killing his father.
Like a son killing his father, and other weird shit, like a guy marrying his cat, and other shit that's going on. Mm-hmm. Because people are locked up, they can't do anything. They're not allowed to do it. It's just so fucked up. And I know things are slowly reopening, but the fact of the matter is they locked us up. Boom, just like that. Snap of the fingers, they locked us up. But now they're slowly reopening after people have lost their jobs, and they are fighting in some jurisdictional bullshit fucking platform that only the high-level people have access to if we can get another $1,200. It's bullshit. It's bullshit. It's fucking bullshit, man. I hate this fucking country. I really do. I hate it. I hate living here. I want to move out of America now. At this point, I just want to get the fuck out. Because I fucking hate it here. I fucking hate it. If we fold so fast, we're supposed to be the land of the free, the home of the brave, right? And we fold because of a fucking fake virus, because of a fucking political agenda. And this is our response, is putting everyone out of work and just ruining a fucking 37 million lives.
It's not just here. Everyone shut down.
Yeah, but they opened up a lot quicker than us.
No, that's not true.
A lot of countries open up a lot quicker than us.
I don't think so. I think they've all been shut down 2-3 months, and they're just now starting to reopen.
But the fact of the matter is they treat each 50 states in the United States like their own individual country. Okay, so you have your opportunity to open. Yeah. And certain people are opening, and they're seeing positive responses. But then you see the other states in America that are no. They're lying. We don't want to reopen. And it's what the fuck? Just fucking open. People are dying because you're not reopening the economy, man. It's bullshit. Anyway, our great President Donald Trump says he will not close down the U.S. if another pandemic happens.
I'm happy about that. When did he say that?
I love him so much.
When did he say that?
Yesterday.
He said it yesterday?
Yep. So he said, basically, if another pandemic happens in the fall, he will not close the economy. We're just going to keep on fucking pushing through, and we're just going to get through it.
Good.
Which is great. He said, people say that that's a very distinct possibility, that is standard, that we're going to have another pandemic. We are going to put out the fires. We're not going to close the country. We can put out the fires. Whether it is an ember or a flame, we are going to put it out. We are not closing our country again. Which is phenomenal.
It ruined how many people's lives by doing that?
Ours, obviously. I mean, ours has been fucking ruined by this.
Yep.
I had a great job. I was doing good. And boom, coronavirus came. Mm-hmm. And they ruined everyone's lives because they want to get Trump out. Just get over it. He won. He's going to win again. What's the next thing they're going to do? Seriously. What's the next thing they're going to pull off?
It'll be something. Because, I mean, we had some shit the whole time he's been in there. There's been shit
always,
hitting the fan.
every month. Every month or something.
So, I mean, this isn't going to be the last thing. If he wins again, it's going to be another 4 years of fucking dealing with shit.
I fucking hated Bush as the president, but I didn't bitch every day that he was a president. I just dealt with it. Bush is the president, whatever.
Yeah.
Just deal with it.
I don't know. People have lost their damn minds, and I just don't. I don't know. I'm over it.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm glad that he said that he's not going to shut down again, because, I mean, this is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. Like
you ruined so many lives over a virus that killed very little people.
Yeah.
6.7% or whatever the hell the number was, like we talked about this earlier, of people that get it actually die, and they're over the age of 80. So really, I mean, they're going to die anyway. Why can't we live our fucking lives? Seriously, to protect the 80-year-olds? Like, I mean, fucking A, seriously, fuck you. Anyway, there's a woman who opened up about a horrifying experience she had while shopping at Target.
Oh, no.
She's a 31-year-old mom of 2 young children. She shared her story to Reddit, and what she said was, users share their true stories of creepy encounters on this website, so I want to share mine. She uses the username Peaky Lou. She didn't want to use her real name, obviously. She said she ventured out to go shopping at Target at around 8:30 p.m. one day in December. She said she's no danger to the dangers of human trafficking, so she left the house with several legal self-defense items parked directly next to the store and took note of the vehicles parked nearby before entering the store. She says, I had been browsing for only 10 to 15 minutes when I noticed a young gentleman. He was tall, skinny, dressed in a dirty gray two-piece sweatshirt, brown work boots as well. He looked over at me. I smiled and said hello, but his facial expression was blank. She wasn't alarmed by him, but was struck by the fact that he didn't have a cart or a basket. He was just wandering through the aisles after her. Moments later, she noticed a second young man in a similar outfit. He didn't have a cart or basket either. Around 15 minutes after that, she noticed a third man in the exact same situation. She said, I had a bad feeling about these 3 men, and it became clear that something was a bit off. I felt hunted. Over the next 20 minutes, Peaky Lou felt as if she was being followed by one of the 3 men. She began picking random aisles and walking around in unorganized fashion, and every time one of the 3 men would pass by her, making their presence known. It felt as if I was being surrounded by a wild animal. Hunted even, she wrote. They were no longer trying to be inconspicuous, which was the scariest part of it all, and every instinctual part of my body was screaming at me to get out of there. I will never forget the darkness in his eyes. After an hour of wandering through the store, Peaky Lou decided to check out.
I'm sorry, did you say an hour?
Yeah.
I'm already over the story, so,
yeah.
Okay,
all right,
go on.
Well, basically,
I'm already aggravated.
Basically, all right, so the end of the story, because, like, it is a very long article.
Yeah, I mean, she's being ridiculous, but go on.
She was being very dramatic, and she talked to the manager. She was being a Karen.
Uh-huh.
And she had someone walk her to her car, and she got out safe.
Why didn't she do that after the first time she was uncomfortable?
I don't know.
Why did she spend an hour in there? Because that's the whole time you were reading that, and she's going from aisle to aisle to aisle, and 3 guys are just following her around. Immediately, I'm thinking, why is she not up near the registers where people always are?
Mm-hmm.
Why isn't she finding someone to help her to her car?
I don't know.
Why? Number one, and we don't do it purposely. We are always the type of family to go out early because we like to just relax the rest of the day
and be done. Yeah, get done soon.
8:30 at night. I mean, I guess we're just abnormal. We go out first thing in the morning and we don't ever leave the house afterwards. We get everything done before the traffic hits.
We try to. Yeah.
So, whatever. And then she goes to Reddit, of all places. When did she post that? And this happened in December?
Yeah, she just posted it recently.
Yeah, no. Like, get out of here, bitch. Like, if this happened, why did it take you an hour? An hour? This wasn't on the news. And that, I mean, you would think they would have surveillance camera and catch these guys.
Stories like this
stalking her.
Stories like this make it really hard to validate. Because, like, oh my God.
Weird.
Like, she's probably like a middle-aged white woman who saw like a younger black male, probably dressed in certain clothes. And she felt uncomfortable because, like, she's that kind of woman who just gets scared. And maybe these people weren't even after them.
But I'm just saying, if she was uncomfortable,
maybe she just freaked out. Like, maybe she's a hypochondriac.
Get to the front of the store where there's always a cashier. Yeah. There's usually a door person. There's a service desk. And just ask for, let them be aware if you have to stay there for some fucking weird reason. You've got to finish your shopping. I mean, you waited an hour.
Yeah.
an hour with these people
walking through the store.
I just...
Yeah, she is probably just a person who's just afraid of everything all the time. She's probably wearing a face mask right now in her own house, alone. Probably wearing a face mask. That's the kind of person she is. But the only time I ever feel really freaked out doing anything is when I'm at an ATM machine that's like an open ATM in the middle of nowhere.
Oh my god, dude, that used to... Oh my god, remember when I worked third shift?
Yeah, oh my god.
I hated that, because I would have to have money to pay the cab or whatever. Yep. Oh my god.
I would give you my card or whatever.
Or cash a check. Yeah. I would have to walk all the way across the parking lot. Third shift,
fuck
man.
That. This is like midnight.
Yeah,
it sucked.
Oh my lord. But like, I mean, I'm just saying, if she was worried, she should have, like, God forbid this happened to her. Yeah. And I feel horrible if this really actually happened. I just feel like
I highly doubt it. I don't believe this story at all. I think it's fabricated.
And I think that, I mean, this happens to someone, like, get to someone that can help, or get to other people. Like, I just don't understand why you're walking all through the store, and, like, that to me is weird.
Yeah.
But
I hate that shit because, like, when I ever went to an ATM machine that was in the middle of nowhere, because I bank at Bank of America.
Yeah.
And they have these stand-up, like, pop-up, like, random machines that aren't banks, but they're just, like, ATMs. Mm-hmm. So you can pull up your car, get in there, but every time I show up to one, there's no one else around. Someone pulls up, and another car pulls up. And it's like, why the fuck? The second I pull up, other people pull up. Yeah. And the second you're sitting there, like, checking your bank account or pulling money out, you always look around your shoulder because you don't know what the fuck is going on. That's an easy robbery right there because there's, like, no cameras. It's just an ATM machine. Like, you can pull out money from this thing from your own account. And I freak out a little bit because I don't like that shit. And every time someone pulls up behind me when I'm doing that shit, and they get out their car and they stand their 6 foot social distancing or whatever the fuck you want to call it, I'm always like, why the fuck are you standing here? Like, sit in your car until the fuck I finish, and then I'm going to get in my car, I'm going to leave, and then you can go, you know?
Yeah.
But when people are standing by me when I'm doing banking, I just don't like that feeling. I just hate it. And I remember where you worked, and the bank, it was an enclosed bank because you had to use the card to get in. And then there was there was like an outside inside kind of place because you have to use your card to get into the door. And then you use your card in the ATM machine because the bank inside, it was like a 3-tiered building.
Yeah, but I still didn't like, because then you would turn around in the middle of the night.
And there was someone there.
No one should be out.
Yeah.
I'm in there. And someone would be standing on the sidewalk.
There's always someone fucking there. Like, why are you standing here?
Oh, God, I used to hate doing that.
Oh, my God. Well, thankfully, nothing ever happened to you. No. So, it was just bullshit. It was just bullshit, man. And fuck that and fuck this, too, because I have another topic that freaks me out, and thanks to our good friend, our third member of the Voices of Misery podcast, Sherry. She sent me an article that really freaked me out. And this one is something that really strikes home to heart. And I feel like she did this on purpose. So the topic of this one is, can hand sanitizer start a car fire? And the answer is yes. So basically they said that firefighters in Wisconsin warned drivers against storing hand sanitizer in cars. The Western Lakes Fire District posted an image on Facebook saying that because most hand sanitizer is alcohol-based and flammable, keeping it inside your car during hot weather can be dangerous. The department said sunlight can be magnified through the bottle, which could lead to a disaster. So yeah, thanks, Sherry. Because I always love having sanitizer in the car.
Well, at least she told you.
It's really freaky.
Because that's where you store your baby bottle.
Oh, that's the one that I did a podcast about what, months ago.
Yeah.
Months, like 6 months ago, where I lost it.
No, it was longer than that. It had to be close to a year.
Probably close to a year ago, where I lost my bottle, and I found it. And she has never left me again. But now Sherry's telling me that this fucking bottle will destroy my car that I love so much.
It will so stop. It's getting hot out.
It's getting hot out, so I have to get it out the car. So maybe after we record this podcast, we'll go out there, get the bottle, and bring it inside, because now I'm freaked out, man. It's bullshit. It's like, why the hell did you have to do this to me? You know I love my hand sanitizer.
She's trying to protect you.
I don't think she's trying. I think she's trying to freak me out a little bit here. I think she's doing this shit on purpose. But
Oh, God.
There's another one here where you can get paid to watch movies, and this is from Sherry as well, where you can get paid to watch movies on Disney Plus.
Oh, what movies?
Oh, well, there's a lot of them. So you have to watch animal movies. And there's a raffle kind of deal where a lucky candidate will be paid $1,000 to binge watch movies. Be warned, you may need to grab some tissues for some of these movies because, of course, they're sad.
Old Yeller?
Of course, they're sad. If you're chosen for the dream job, you have to watch a dog-centric movies and then compare them to each other, identifying trends in relationships, plot, dialogue, characters, and more. TakeSpruce.com isn't just looking for a dog person for this job. They're also in search for a movie fanatic, particularly fans of the Disney canon. If that sounds like you, you'll want to apply ASAP. And here are some of the movies. You get to choose 10 movies to watch from the 15 dog movies, alright?
Oh my God.
101 Dalmatians, 8 Below, Turner and Hooch, Bolt, Lady and the Tramp, The Incredible Journey, Snow Dogs, Super Buddies, Old Yeller, The Fox and the Hound, The Shaggy Dog, White Fang, Frankenweenie, Benji the Hunted, and Togo. After they choose their 10 films, they will be asked to fill out a Google form for each movie answering basic questions, why they chose it, and information about the characters and plot. Sounds like a lot of work for $1,000.
And for 10 movies for $1,000.
Yeah. For any movie that has a live action or minor remake, they can choose the original or the remake. In addition to making $1,000 for the binge watching, the winner will also receive a year-long subscription to Disney Plus, a 3-month subscription to BarkBox, and a gift package of Spruce's dog CBD oil. Huh. So yeah, go to TakeSpruce.com if you're interested in this shit. It's going to end May 29, 2020, and the winner will be notified by June 12, 2020. Good luck, everybody.
Wow. At least you get rewarded. I mean, $1,000, I mean, could be a little bit more, but then you get the subscription and you get the BarkBox and you get all that.
Still,
that's
you have to fucking watch 10 hours of that bullshit, and there's a lot of work you got to do involved.
Is it in a row?
No, I don't know.
Can I take 10 days or watch maybe 2 or 3 a day?
I don't know. I don't want to watch any of those movies, to be honest with you. Like, none of them really... Like, Turner and Hooch I would probably watch again. Because
Turner and Hooch was disgusting.
That was a good movie.
That was the one with the drool.
It was Tom Hanks and the dog, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And Old Yeller, who the hell would choose that movie?
I don't know.
That movie used to make me cry my eyes out.
Well, that's what they want to do. That's their aim. They want to make you...
To get you emotional. Give me the cartoon ones.
They want to make you cry, man. That's what fucking Disney does. They want to make you upset.
Oh, God. But, man, BarkBox, that would be kind of nice to have a subscription to that.
Yeah, it's really fucked up. But, I don't know, like, this whole thing, like the whole face mask, the hand washing, the sanitizer, it just doesn't add up to me. Nothing makes sense anymore. And I kind of wanted to take a time out here just to talk about this because I don't know what to think anymore about the way the world's going. It just doesn't make sense. You can wash your hands for 20 seconds. You can use hand sanitizer, which is proven to not do anything, really. They say, it kills 99.9% of germs on contact, certain brands, right? But they say that washing your hands makes more sense and it kills the germs. So, why weren't we doing this all the time? Why weren't we always doing this shit? Now we're living in a world where, like, this is becoming the new normal.
That's good. Don't you want people with clean hands? I don't understand why that's a problem.
No, I do.
think that's good.
But, like, I don't want the government to enforce this on us in a policial state where if you don't have clean hands, they can arrest you.
They're never going to know if you have clean hands.
But people are doing it because you're not wearing a mask.
Well,
I just don't like any of this.
I don't know.
None of it makes sense. So basically, if you don't wash your hands, if you don't have hand sanitizer, and if you're not wearing a face mask, like, you will be arrested on site in certain areas. When does it spread? Or when does it go away? Do you think it's going to go away, or do you think it's going to spread where, like, hey, this is going to be something that we can enforce by law?
No, they're not going to do it by law. This is just for not right now. This will go away.
It is by law by some areas because people that are opening up their businesses are being shut down and they're being locked up.
Well,
like that woman who opened up her hair salon. And she got locked up because she opened it up because she's like, I need to feed my employees. The woman that sold her fucking car to feed her employees, like they gave her a car with 30,000 miles. And we talked about this on yesterday's show, but it just feels like this whole fucking thing is just a fucking bullshit fucking narrative. And it's not fair. It just doesn't make any sense. It's like reading the Bible. None of it makes sense. So why do people believe in it? Why do people believe in this whole fucking narrative about the COVID-19? People are going to die.
Because it's what they're told.
Yeah, exactly. People believe what they're told. If people were told that COVID-19 was cured immediately, they would all fall in line.
They would all be fine.
Exactly.
Yeah, they'd go outside and everything would
exactly.
be fine.
Everything would be back to normal.
Mm-hmm.
This virus, or fake virus, whatever the fuck you want to call it, has been around for a long time. I guarantee it. They saw an opportunity and they took it. And now you people are out there. Me as well. I had a good job. I just got into a new job. I was working. It was great. And I was forced out of it because of this fucking shutdown. And I know many people, 36 million of you, more probably now as of this recording, are out of a job because of this fucking narrative. And I feel like I am sick and tired of being caught in the crosshairs of this bullshit. It's so goddamn fucking annoying being caught in the crosshairs and waiting for the government to give us a stipend. Just give us something to keep us going. Just give us something while you guys keep your fucking bitch fucking slapfest argument going between the two of you. And it's just, oh my god, man. Like, I fucking like Trump as president, but I really wish he would get ousted because we won't deal with this again.
Ugh.
But then again...
But then there's Pence.
Exactly. But,
no, thank you.
Well, I mean, like, just let the Democrats win the election because they're going to keep this bullshit going and the fucking Republicans are going to bend their knee every chance they get at the Democrats' bullshit. Like, they should have shut this shit down immediately. That's where my problem is with the Republicans. They should have been like, no, fuck you. We're going to stay open. Fuck you, motherfuckers. Because states that didn't reopen... have the same amount, if not more, as states that never stayed shut. So it's like, all right. I mean, the numbers match up here. If you don't reopen, but if you do reopen, your numbers are the same. So why the fuck is everything closed?
I don't know, man. We're going around in circles.
I know.
We got to take a break, though, because look at the time.
No, I know. So we'll take a quick break and we'll come back. All right, so you ready? Mm-hmm. I got a couple more stories for you. And this one right here, when I read this story, it made me tear up a lot. And I'm not someone who really cries or gets emotional about things, but this one really cheered me up a little bit. This is a guy from Italy. His name is Luca Trapanese. He's a single dad from Italy. He and his adorable daughter, very cute kid, are kind of a big deal right now on the internet. So, for Trapanese, it was a long journey to fatherhood. He happens to be unmarried and gay. And Italy's social services were reluctant, as they are with other single parents, to let him adopt. But that all changed in 2017 when baby Alba came along. So Italy only allows single parents to adopt kids who meet specific criteria. He was told that he'd be only given a child with an illness, severe disability, or with behavioral problems. He was okay with that. So since the girl was 13 or 14 years old, Trapanese has worked and volunteered with organizations that help children with special needs. The 41-year-old was eventually matched with Alba when she was only 30 days old. It was Kismet, whatever the hell that is. As a newborn, Alba was placed for adoption because she has Down syndrome. By the time she was a few weeks old, she has already been rejected by 20 families.
Jesus Christ.
When I first held her in my arms, I was overcome with joy, Trapanese said. I felt like she was my daughter straight away. Today, the doting dad shares his journey with Alba on Instagram to nearly 250,000 followers, from completing art projects to playing dress-up. Trapanese is clearly smitten with his little girl.
Okay.
I just want to get your thoughts on this because
I don't like that situation at all.
I read this and my eyes were tearing up the whole time I read this.
Like I'm glad that she is with obviously someone that's actually going to love and care for her. But that's horrible that all these people pass on her.
That's what I want to touch on.
It's horrible that because he's gay, he's only allowed to adopt certain types of kids. Like, that pisses me off. This dude is a stand-up guy.
He's a great fucking human being,
and I'm glad that she ended up with him. Because, I mean...
I was reading this article, and my eyes were welling up with fucking tears. And I'm being legitimately honest, as we always are on this podcast. My eyes were welling up with tears as I read this article. And they're starting to well up a little bit now. Because, there's only two things in my life that I care about. That's kids and animals. Don't fuck with either one. Because they love you unequivocally, and that's what you need to make sure you take care of. Kids and animals, right? Mm-hmm. And this guy, he has a heart of gold. He wants to take care of kids. But they give him a choice. Like, okay, so you can have the rejects. The ones that no one else wants.
That's so messed up.
That's like going to a shelter and saying, okay, so these dogs you can't have because they're too nice, but you can have these dogs because they suck.
Yeah.
And you have to pick one and take care of one. And they could be the best dog ever. I just don't understand why those standards exist.
That's horrible. Like, at least this girl found a good home, but how many...
It's bullshit,
How many of them are still not adopted because no one wants them?
It fucking hurts. Horrible. It hurts my heart to think about the kids that aren't being taken care of. Because of these fucking standards that are apparently set that we don't know about, that aren't being talked about. And it sucks, man, because kids need to be loved. And the reason why they're being thrown into these adoption agencies is because they have these mental illnesses that parents just don't want to deal with. So they're like, all right, just boom, get rid of them. And no one else wants to adopt them because they have these mental illnesses. All right, so I want this one, but I don't want that one because they got this. You can't pick out the perfect person. Everyone's different. They're going to change.
I mean, it's a feel-good. Yeah, it's a feel-good story for the two of them. I just don't like everything that surrounded it and everything that led up to that. Mm-hmm. I That's fucked up. That's fucked up. How fucked up this world is. God.
No, I think it's garbage, man.
It's so messed up.
The whole thing is just bullshit. You can't judge a human being just based off of words on a fucking screen. Hey, this person has this diagnosis. You can learn to love someone no matter what their diagnosis is. We have a daughter with autism, and she's the cutest kid you'd ever fucking meet, and everyone loves her that meets her. Everyone loves her. So I just couldn't imagine going to and it's gonna sound harsh the way I'm gonna word this, but an animal shelter.
Oh God. Where
you walk and you see the dogs all barking by their cages and they all want to get picked up. But maybe there's something, because I've never been to a child shelter where you go and meet children. Are they in cages or rooms or what?
You go into a shelter with these dogs, right? You see there's two dogs there.
Yeah.
You have one dog, right, has all of its legs. You got the one next door that has 3 legs instead of 4. Which one are you going to pick?
It doesn't matter.
No, I know. For us, it doesn't matter. I'm saying...
For us, it doesn't, yeah.
Regular, other people would go for the one that's not going to have the medical condition.
They're not going to pick the one that loves them more. Yeah, they're going to pick
that's just the way it is. Yeah. And it pisses me off, and it's just... I don't like the story.
All these fucking kids that fall through the system. And
it's horrible.
Maybe this is where we can kind of put our voices out there to help people. Or help children. Maybe hey, don't look at the paperwork. Maybe look at the child's. Look into their eyes, man. Talk to them. Spend some time with them. And bring them home. Because, these kids need love too, man. And, it sucks because, we're in a situation where we can't bring in more people in our household. But if we could, I'm sure we would.
Oh, my God. I would in a heartbeat. We can't.
Yeah, we just can't. We don't have the space for it, so... I don't know, man. It's just a really sad story, and I just don't like the fact that this guy is just getting fucking put in his place for wanting to do good. Because he's gay? I don't know if it's because he's gay or what.
What is with that law?
Who cares? Who cares, man? If this guy's got the space, he's got the time, the money, and if he wants to genuinely take care of these people, why can't he just have them?
But no, I'm saying, like, I'm happy for them, but can you imagine another guy that gets denied because he's gay, but he's pissed off? He doesn't take it as well, and he gets a disabled child.
Maybe.
Like, I just don't understand. I don't like that whole thing. I just don't like the whole... Except for him and her. Perfect story. So glad that they found it.
Very nice story.
I hope that, like, he's able to adapt more. I mean, she's 13 now, so he probably doesn't plan on it. But, I mean, like, I'm so glad that they found each other because obviously that's perfect.
It's just the whole thing, man. Like,
and she'll have a good life with him.
Oh, yeah, but, like, why are disabled children put in a different plateau?
I don't like it. I don't like it.
It's not fair. And why do parents give up their disabled children?
Because they can't handle it.
Because they just don't know how to deal with it. It's bullshit, man. Like, we have trials and tribulations with our disabled child, but we deal with it.
Wow.
And sometimes it sucks. Sometimes it's great. But, you know, like, we deal with it. We don't just fucking put her on a fucking stage and be like, all right, well, here, you buy her if you can deal with it. You know, like, we don't do that. I just don't understand the mentality of people. They can't deal with their own fucking offspring, and they just can't deal with it. It's really sad. But I'm really glad that people like him are out there that want to take these people in, these kids in.
I wish there was more people out there like him.
Oh, me too. And I'm telling you, man, like, I read this story in its entirety, and my eyes were welling up with tears, and I felt really sad. And it doesn't happen very often for me, but man, like, this one really touched me, and I'm going to touch you later. But
you're really not.
But I feel great that I was able to share that one with you because, like, that's a story that I feel like should be out there.
No, it's a feel good story, but at the same time, it pisses me off. So
it really is.
Like that was like I didn't know how to feel that whole time.
Well, my last story is about high school seniors. You want to hear about some high school seniors?
Okay.
And how their lives have been. No, it's not that bad. How their lives have been disrupted by the coronavirus fake pandemic. Mm-hmm. So basically, momentous occasions like prom and graduation have been canceled across the country. While those events can never be replaced, Pizza Hut is trying to lift their spirits a bit. And you love Pizza Hut, so that's why I want to say this one for last. The pizza chain has partnered with America's dairy farmers to give away 500,000 pizzas to 2020 high school graduates. To receive a free pizza, graduates need to visit Pizza Hut's website and sign up for the Hut Rewards program. Once the account is validated, a free pizza coupon will appear in their program and can be redeemed through June 4th, 2020. This is a spokesman, George Felix. This is his comment. He goes, "We're proud to partner with America's hardworking dairy farmers to bring students who are missing out on their chance to cross the stage with their diploma an opportunity to celebrate with their favorite Pizza Hut pizza." Yeah, basically, yeah.
Yum.
Yeah.
I think that's great. They're not the only ones, though. They're not. Krispy Kreme, you can get a free dozen donuts. Wendy's, I believe it's a free Frosty. All people have to do is ask. If you're a senior, go to these places and be like, look, I'm a senior, I can't graduate. Do you have anything for free? I guarantee you a lot of these places are doing it. And I think that's awesome.
I think it's great. I mean, it's a nice gesture. But the whole thing is like, why are we doing this in the beginning?
Oh, God. Well, I don't want to go back down that
I mean, like, why are we doing this?
I don't know.
Seriously, this whole thing is a fucking farce. It's all fake. And these fucking kids have been deprived of a fucking genuine moment.
Senior year is supposed to be fun. Yeah. You're the top of the food chain in that school.
You're supposed to have a graduation. Yeah, you're supposed to be celebrated, cheered by people and adulation.
Senior prank day. There's all sorts of seniors. There's stuff going on all the time.
And what happened? They shut it down. They shut it down. Yeah, they shut down the whole environment.
It sucks, and I feel for them, and like I'm glad certain places are giving out shit for free, but like that doesn't make up for it. Like, it still sucks.
It doesn't make up for it.
You're not going to have. I mean, I didn't care. I graduated in January, so I didn't walk across the stage. I didn't give a fuck by the time June came around. Yeah. For me, but that was me personally. So I didn't walk across the stage. I didn't do that. Mm-hmm. But that's what seniors look forward to: wearing the cap and gown and going and doing all this shit, going to prom.
That's like your big fuck you to school. Like, hey, I'm done with this shit.
Yep.
And you don't get that moment because of a political agenda.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's such bullshit.
Sucks. And then, I mean...
So here's some pizza.
Even their... Can you...
Eat some
like,
carbs.
It sounds so stupid and trivial, but, like, their senior yearbooks are going to be fucked, too.
Everything's fucked.
Because half the year, they weren't in school.
Yeah.
So all those extra photos from prom, that's always in the yearbook, all these things, like, it God. Yeah, the whole thing sucks. And I don't know. It's awful. Because you can't redo it.
Yeah.
Like, it's done. You'll never get that stupid ceremony, so...
What I really hope for, and I'm going to ask you the same question after I finish answering my own question here, is, like, what do you hope happens after this pandemic? And my whole answer to this whole thing is, like, they just admit they were wrong and just reopen and just let society live the way they lived before. COVID-19 is not a fucking pandemic. It's not this huge thing that they are blowing up in your faces. In our society, in our area, in our county, we've only had 300 cases. And 19 people died.
We have 400,000 that live in this county. Didn't we look it up the other day?
No, you looked it up, yeah.
Yeah, it was, I believe, and now this is a couple days ago.
Yeah.
So I could be wrong.
19 people died. But that's all you hear about is those 19 people. You don't hear about the people that die because of, like, they fell asleep and they died in their sleep, they had a stroke, heart attack. You don't hear about that shit. And I'm sure the numbers are much higher for people that die of other causes than 19 COVID or whatever the fuck you want to call this bullshit fucking fake thing. I don't even care to get the name right because it's fake. It's faker than fucking God.
All right.
It's bullshit. But still, man, like, I just really feel like people should just fucking get off their fucking high horses and just put the fight towards the government where it belongs, man. Like, let's just reopen everything and just get back to where the fucking life used to be. Just get back to it, man. You know? Do you feel the same way or not? I mean, if you feel differently, then that's fine.
No, I feel the same way. Like, I would like things to go back to the way it was.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I guess I have mixed feelings, but I do here. I want it. Selfishly, I want everything back open because this sucks. This sucks.
It doesn't even have to be selfish. It's just like hey, like I lost my fucking job.
Right.
And, like, that is selfish of me to say, like, hey, I lost my job to a fake virus.
Yeah.
This thing is fake. It's all political. It's bullshit. It's fucking bullshit. And if anyone wants to challenge me, you can come on the show at voicesofmisery@gmail.com. If you want to argue with me, you can talk about this shit on air. But the thing is you will be proven wrong because the numbers are there. Nothing changed.
But
you shut down the economy. You killed more people than you kept alive. So fuck yourselves. Go ahead.
Well, no. What I was going to say is you can find numbers for anything.
Yeah. Oh, of course.
Because no matter what site you look on,
of course,
it's either leaning one way or another, and that is my personal problem with this whole thing. Is that you don't know who to believe. So you really don't know. Like, obviously, we know people that have lost people due to this. Mm-hmm. Okay, but it hasn't affected me personally, and I don't know. And then you look at one website and it says all these numbers, and then you look at another website that has better numbers, and then this state is doing this, but are they lying? And then this state is like, everyone's dead.
It's so political.
This is just my personal opinion. I don't know. I just know what's going on in this house, and, like, we need everything to open back up. So
I started the show.
That's just my opinion.
Well, I started the show with the whole, like, these are the causes of these pandemics that never close down.
Yeah.
Why do we close down for this one? This one is so small in comparison to those.
I don't know. These stupid numbers mean nothing to me because you can't. If everyone would come out with one number, then I'd be like, okay. Then I could look at it and be like, okay.
They would never come out with
one
number.
So this happened, or this didn't happen, or it looked like it went this way, or what. But it's not. It's not one number. Everyone is saying something different. So I just, and this is why I think so many people are frustrated. They don't know what channel to watch. They don't know
I just don't think people give a shit anymore. I think people are ready to take their chances. Like, hey, let me just go outside.
People are done. People are
finished with this shit.
It's summer. It's nice out.
Like, fucking A, man. Like, if I get it, I get it. If I die, I die. But let me have a fucking choice. And that's what America was founded on. That's what America is built on. A choice. Give me a choice. Don't tell me to sit home and expect me to lose my livelihood. My family's livelihood. Like, we're sitting in a house right now that we don't know if we can pay next month because I can't work. You won't let me work.
Unemployment because they cut you off.
Yeah.
It was a new job. If you had worked just a few hours more.
Yeah. But deny unemployment. Like, fuck you motherfuckers, man. Like, you motherfuckers shut me down. You fucking won't give me money. So what the fuck? I can't go outside without a fucking mask. I can't do this. I can't do that. I can't. But I can do this. But I can't do that. Man, motherfucker, fuck you. I hate this fucking country. I seriously hate this fucking country now. And I never thought I would say those words, ever.
I know.
Because I love America, but I hate it right now. Because this country is a piece of fucking shit. And it's because of the political agendas that are being pressed forth between the left and the right, and I blame the left more, because they're the ones that are slinging the shit, and they're the ones that are perpetuating all this bullshit that we're dealing with now. It's so sad. It really is sad, man, and I'm fucking done. I'm just fucking done. I don't know if you guys can tell from my voice the shit that we talked about today, and we just kind of threw this one together, and we didn't know if it was going to stick or not. We didn't know if we were going to delete it or not, and we just kind of put this one out here just because, like, we wanted to put out another episode because we're fucking bored, because we're in quarantine. But man, I'm fucking done. I'm just done. I have no energy left for this shit. I've got nothing left.
Well, I didn't have anything left like a week ago. I was done. So I guess you're finally getting there. I don't know, but I've been done. I'm over it. I'm over it. I'm over talking about, but you can't. And there we go. It's a cycle. It's just repeating the same exact thing I say every single time. There's nothing else to talk about. So, but I'm over it. So
it's this fucking fake fucking virus that just ruined the whole economy and the whole world.
We have the Sunday exclusive on the Hameen Network.
HameenMedia.podbean.com.
To be recording that tomorrow. Hopefully we can.
Yeah, we're gonna have a fun episode.
I do have a couple. This was all your topics.
Yeah.
I do have a couple put aside for Sunday's episode that are not COVID related. I'll try to find more.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're both over it at this point. But it's so hard to find other stuff.
It's really hard.
But I appreciate. Shut up.
What's up?
I appreciate Sherry sending in non-COVID related.
Thank you, Sherry, because you really helped us keep this episode stringing along a little bit longer than it normally would have. Because without your shit, this would have been about a 50-minute episode, and we don't want to limit our stuff to that time limit. But thank you for giving us some extra boost to keep this thing going. And Sherry, you're the third member of the Voices of Misery podcast. I hope you're honored. I hope you feel welcomed, because we love you.
Oh, Lord.
I love you. She loves you. And our kids love you. We all love you, Sherry. You're just a great listener of the show. But still, man, like next week we got some good things in motion here. We got a couple interviews coming on. And I don't know, man. Hopefully shit just gets back to fucking normal soon, because I'm so sick of this.
I was trying to end it, and you're going right back into another rant.
I'm so sick of this shit. But yeah. Go ahead.
All right, so you can find us on Twitter at Voices of Misery.
I love when she does this.
Shut up. I'm trying to cut this off.
Go ahead.
Gmail is voiceofmiserypodcast@gmail.com.
I love it.
Facebook and I don't know the other.
Instagram.
What? Voice of Misery?
Yep.
I don't know. Google it. You'll find us. And if you have any non-COVID related emails, please send them our way, because we will gladly look at them and take them, and then listen to our Sunday podcast. Right?
hackerhameen.podbean.com. And don't forget, our friends, a ridiculously random podcast.
Colin I can't believe you pulled that name off. I am shocked.
What? What's wrong with that? Colin Wysong and Big Ray Hernandez. And Big Ray will come on this week, I'm sure, because I think I want to do a show with him.
What?
This week, and just talk some shit.
Oh, God.
Just go
Weren't you
off.
Just on with him the other day?
Yeah, just go off on some things, man. Because, like, I do want to get the New York perspective on some lifestyle changes that's been going on in life. And Ridiculously Random Podcast, they come on here every Thursday, and we thank them for their patronage and their just being a part of the Voices of Misery platform, because, like, they do some good shit, and we appreciate them for giving us their original content.
Was that a picture of Colin that you sent me today?
Yeah, he was wearing our Voices of Misery t-shirt that's only available on tpublic.com.
There was no face. There was no head. All I saw was your pissed off face staring at me.
You know what? That's all he needs.
So
I really feel bad for that guy, man. Like, when he walks into a restaurant in North Carolina, women are just going to flock to him.
Oh my God, get over yourself.
So I really feel bad for him, man. Like, women are going to be throwing the pussy like fucking boomerangs. Right. They're just going to be throwing it at him.
Are we done? I gave all the links, man. I tried to rep this shit like 15 minutes ago.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is the Voices of Misery podcast. So you can check us out at hackerhameen.podbean.com on Sunday, and we will be back here Monday through Friday next week.
Monday through Friday?
Well, maybe not every single day, but we'll have some shit. Later.
Yes, it is I, Bin Hameen, commanding all of you to join the wrestling revolution, the underground of media, and follow our brothers at Voices of Misery on Twitter, and subscribe to their podcast, because they support hackerhameen.podbean.com, and you will go support voicesofmisery.podbean.com, because there is no more misery when you leave those FM marked channels and you join the media underground of Voices of Misery and hackerhameen.podbean.com. Rise and praise, YOLO!